2TC is an achievement in Bloons Tower Defense 6 where you need to complete a chimps game using just 2 towers. Let's do this with the Superstorm and the Bomber of Masters. Now, much like other 2TC combinations, our cross-pathing needs to be in the correct order. But in this one in particular, we definitely need it because there are certain rounds in which we need to decamo, and there is a certain round 76 which we need to de-regrow. I'd rather be able to attack faster with a ninja, and I'd rather be able to shoot further and attack faster with a druid, but unfortunately we cannot do that today. Now, unlike a lot of other 2TCs, the most difficult segment of this entire game is before getting Superstorm. We cannot get the Master Bomber first because we have nothing for the hordes of ceramics that comes later on if we get Master Bomber first. So we need Superstorm first, but obviously we cannot get Superstorm unless we get the Sticky Bomb first in order to deal with Moabs, because we don't really have anything to deal with Moabs at this given point in time. So we need that. Hopefully on round 76, with a combination of both of these hearts, we'll be able to instantly de-regrow all of the regrow balloons on round 76, along with any other rounds as well. There's going to be a particular round which consists of a bunch of rainbows and camo regrow whites, which could be a little bit of an issue. Camo balloon, no problem. And yes, there's a round 51, which could be an issue, but there's like round 67, I think, could be the killer of our run if we don't have decamo with the ninja. Obviously, when we get Superstorm, the decamo aspect is not a problem, but obviously we need to get it first. Round 28, no problem. We have the Druid with at least the hard thorns. Flash bomb activated. The Master Bomber used to be a much better 2TC tower, but since the attack speed has now considerably dropped, it is not as good at dealing with hordes of Moabs as it used to be, because guess what? The damage aspect about the Master Bomber was not a problem. Its attack speed, however, was, which is why when it had more attack speed, it used to be a much more viable tower because you could literally solo like round 95 with the Master Bomber when it comes to damage against deities, but obviously cannot do that again nowadays. Obviously with Superstorm we can throw as many bombs as we like because the advancement of the Mob class balloons, and also smaller balloons as well, is forever delayed for as long as we need them to be delayed for. Imagine if Ninja Kiwi releases an update and there's a bug where the Superstorm can actually affect bads, like chucking them back. How many 2TC combinations would be achieved? Like possibly like Crossbow Master with Superstorm would be viable then. Round 40, Sticky Bomb clears up the first Moab of the game. Now from testing, the most difficult round by far is going to be round 75, because we won't have either the Superstorm or the Master Bomber, and we wouldn't be able to get Master Bomber because we would lose to a few rounds later. I'm thinking like round 78 would be a problem, especially with the camo ceramics, or even the normal ceramics would be a huge problem because there's only so much pierce in which the Druid's tornadoes can chuck out, but the Superstorms that it chucks out, A, it has the normal damage type, and B, it has a very large amount of pierce in which it would be able to affect all of the ceramics on the round anyways. With any Superstorm 2 tower chimps combination, the only obstacle once you actually get the upgrade is around 100, just because it can't do the same thing to the bad like it can with every other Merv class balloon. Unless you're on an intermediate map, then I think that any Master Bomber and Psy 2 tower chimps combination is nowadays impossible. Like I made a video before the Master Bomber's attack speed got nerfed, but like I said earlier, the attack damage that it did per Master Bomber Sticky Bomb was not its issue, it was its attack speed. Sometimes it's not the damage itself, but how it distributes the damage out towards the different targets that it needs to affect. And when you can't throw enough bombs, then obviously the Moabs will just simply slide through. Even more bees. Please let it not be real life bees which are getting harmed. We need bees. but not the balloon kind of bees. Bunch of camo balloons. We go with the camo prioritization. It means that hopefully the ninja will decamo whatever it targets, rather than always targeting the frontmost balloon if it is not a camo balloon. We have tornadoes, we have distraction shurikens and bombs, and we have superstorms as well when it comes online. 3 different ways of chucking the balloons back, but only one way of chucking back the Moab class balloons, but that's okay. Round 59 camo lead. There's only so much we can do here, but alas, we managed to do it. And thanks to the Heart of Oak, we can get rid of those regrow balloons at the end of round 59. Okay, round 60. What can we do against this thing? Well, it's going to take more than 1 bomb to take down a BFB, but we can do it. 1. There we go. 2. It takes 2, and it also only takes 1 to take down a fortified mob, so we don't have to worry about the fortified property on mob class balloons, because well, at least on the fortified moab it takes no more bombs than a regular one, but I imagine it takes many more bombs for other fortified ones. Right, I'm going to put you on last so that hopefully your thorns will always strike down the lastmost target, so that then your thorns will always be able to hit a purple balloon. Oh, there's one that's going across there, but hopefully we can deal with all this, hopefully. Yeah. Nowadays, we do have to be a bit wary with the frigid tornadoes, whereas they used to be the same damage type as the borders of lightning. I think it was, because it used to be able to chuck back legs, wouldn't they? I don't know. That seemed like it was a time ago. Last, possibly. Hopefully the ball of lightning hits it. Oh my god, that yellow balloon almost sniped through. But other things led through. Goodness sakes. I thought round 62 would be the first round to end me, but I'm surprised. Yeah, keep chucking those tornadoes back towards the last targets. Make the tornadoes go in a straight line to max out its peers, which is not a good thing, but having it on last and then switching it to first rather than first, last, first is the way forward here. We've got a bunch of blue balloons and a red balloon left, and we are good. We've got just enough attack rate to be able to remove the Moab layer from everything on round 64. Yeah, unfortunately, Ninja Kiwi had to change the tornado's damage type so that if it hits a white balloon, it removes the tornado altogether. A pretty big nerf, but at the very least, unlike the Arctic Knight or the Poseidon, it has its thorns and also the ball of lightning and the heart of thunder to be able to get around that small issue. Unless, of course, the ball of lightning and the heart of thunder as well have also been changed to the frigid damage type, which I don't think it is the case. I think it's just the little tornadoes that it fires out. I hope 2025 is going well for you so far. For me, it's kind of like, well, it just feels the same as the end of 2024. But I'm hopeful for this year to become a bit of a better player at this game, but the prospect of trying out like Ravine Chimps just frightens me to the very core. Like, I hate that map, but I do one day want to be able to do a you know, just a video in general, just getting a black border on Ravine. But I know that that kind of thing is not going to be easy. And I don't expect it to be easy, but I just expect it to be doable. Imagine if Ninja Kiwi changes the price of the Dark Monkey so that it's 5 monkey monies more expensive to put down. Like, that would make certain scenarios impossible, because the only way to start in certain scenarios is with a triple dart start. And around 70, as I said earlier, is giving me a few issues. Hopefully putting you permanently on last will help us alleviate our early round issues, but please decamify them so then we can de-regrow them. Okay, now we need to put you back on first. So I feel like sometimes it is down to chance as to whether or not we get the correct fire rates going, or the gaps between each fire rate is successful in chucking back the balloons or popping the balloons, etc. Okay, the ball of lightning is also de-regrowing the ceramics, which makes this round much more bearable. Otherwise, if they're getting chunked back while being damaged, then they will just increase the population of the balloons. No, that's not a balloon reference. Round 73 going very well. 2 BFBs. And we have taken out the round, just like others before it. But not this round, but the next round truly terrifies me. Get rid of the camo on the ceramics, and then the regrow on the ceramics, and the fortified off the ceramics. All these properties on the ceramics. Ninja Cube makes these rounds as hard as they possibly can. But not really, otherwise we'll just get a bunch of fortified bads on round 1. Or perhaps they'll just put a bunch of fortified bads on round 4, considering people say that we do skip truly the hardest round in the entire game, round 4. I don't get that kind of thing, really. All I just know is that the more numbers there are, the harder it is to try and get through one of these scenarios. Okay, come on now. Can we do this first try? I highly doubt it. The separation of these BFBs is very crucial. I don't want to separate all of them too soon, but oh my god. Can we do it first try? No. Really, a single red? If it wasn't for that red, it would have been the yellow balloons. Oh, I think we've got it. No more white balloons. That took me significantly less time than I thought it was going to do, which is brilliant. You can see how tight it was on round 75 there. With all of the ceramics on the field possibly turning into white balloons, which is not what we want with your tornadoes and your ability to chuck back the balloons. But with the incorrect damage type can lead to some disasters and many game over screens. And no, we're not clicking this button right now. We will do, but not right now. It will lead to disaster, and disaster is not what we want. We are very close to the Superstorm now. Just a couple more, please. Couple more. Come on, there we go. There's the almighty Superstorm. No matter what target we are up against now, it will be chugged back unless you are the big pink glob. That is the bad. I was just noticed that when you buy the Superstorm, you shoot out many more balls of lightning, which is pretty shocking, to say the least. Mom, I want to be like Zeus someday. What are you talking about, son? We've got Zeus at home. Meanwhile, Zeus at home, Superstorm. The only issue with Superstorm is that it can make the rounds go on for quite long. So until we get the Master Bomber, the Sticky Bomb is only going to be able to do so much. But I know that my success rate has gone from slim to certain. And there goes the ZOMG. All it took was one lucky sticky bomb to continue, well, to be on it before it gets out of the range of the ninja. And we won't have to sit through that cycle, at the very least, of this round. Although we still have these targets, but that's perfectly fine. Do you want me to sit here and just have all of this footage recorded because somebody says that unless you have an uncut run, then you have potentially cheated? No, because that's not good for you. And it's not good for me as well, because it feels like it's not a product worth putting out. When I say products, I mean video. It doesn't matter that you are fortified. You're still going to meet the same fate regardless. This particular combination has only been done on Cubism and on this map, and I imagine it is down to track layout and being able to utilize the track layout to your full advantage. It was originally done on Cubism, then it was done as an alt on Resort, and this is around about the same spot, just placed slightly more to the right than the individual that did it on Resort. That is ADG Plays 64. originally done on Cubism by Grandma22. And if you look them up on the index, they have done quite a lot of balloon incineration OMGs. There goes one ZOMG. It is a very slow slog. But luckily, when you get Master Bomber, your sticky bombs have infinite range. Or at very least a map-wide range. I would imagine ordering a Master Bomber and then somebody else's game just randomly gets sticky bombs from the edges of the map. You can see why that getting Superstorm is just much better initially than getting the Master Bomber. We'll pop all the merbs too quickly and we'll have no means of dealing with the ceramics. Well, we've got it. We've got our ceramic dealer. Rather bizarre with the rate in which they go back from the Superstorm, because certain balloons go back at a further rate than others, but I think it's just literally a dice. We're trucking about these balloons all over the track. We're chucking, but we're actually trucking because it sounds cooler. It also makes me sound, I don't know, more American in my pickup truck. And we finally got the Master Bomber. And with this, no foe will be too far away from my explosives. I will invent the perfect weapon to utilize with the Sniper Monkey. Using the top cross path along with the Master Bomber and his Master Bombs, we'll be able to make some great results with explosive sticky bomb bullets that will definitely not blow up while they're still in the sniper. Yeah, we'll leave you on strong, Master Bomber, because you will be able to deal with the strongest most targets, while our Superstorm will clear up the weaklings. But then again, there's still the other attacks that the Master Bomber is able to throw out. I was thinking that it goes from its infinite range stick bombs as its best weapon, then its flash bombs at number 2, then number 3 shurikens, and then definitely last place, the caltrops that it drops down. Like, if you were to replace caltrops with another kind of upgrade to the ninja, what would it be? Because I honestly think that caltrops is probably... well, okay, probably not as useless as like acid pulls, but definitely up there or down there when it comes to like one of the most useless kind of drops that you put on the track is something like, I don't know, perma spikes, or spikes that the carpet of spikes produces, or the super mines, or the thorns that grow on the track with the spirit of the forest. Oh, you think that your elemental strength against the Superstorm will save you? You never thought about super huge, thunderous Superstorm that literally is wielded by the power of Zeus himself. And also, the deities didn't even make it far at all on the track. That just shows you the capabilities of what happens when you have a chuckabacker and a huge ass damage dealer. Yeah, round 96 is just made easy. One simple trick. Just put down a Superstorm and you're all good. Round 96, done and dusted. So what about round 97? Do you think this will be any more difficult? Do you really think so? Because I don't think so. Keeping you on strong. We may change you up on round 98 so that we can deal with the ZMGs a bit later, but maybe even like last? Options are open. Or just keep you on first. Who knows? Maybe we'll just keep you on first and deal with the 4 to 5 balloons first. Or even like do something very fancy like putting you on last, or anything is open for us. We have the Superstorm after all. Like, what could possibly go wrong? Last thing said before disaster. Okay, dealing with this round very, very effectively. There's absolutely no contest, no difficulty, no nothing that will stop us from this point onwards. Round 99, fortify DETs. Let's see what we can do here. We're doing a heck of a lot. A heck of a lot. But DTs didn't even go down south at all. That's just how powerful the Superstorm's chuck back is. And I think in one of the more recent updates, the pierce penalty of the Superstorm itself got reduced, which is good. So pierce penalty is when you go up against a particular target and your pierce is dropped by a certain rate. And yeah, as you just saw right there, the bad just went down very effortlessly, if I must say so myself. The longest part of the round is not bad, but it's dealing with the inside. So that, everybody, even though it looks quite easy, that was actually really hard, because around 75, like, that was the killer round on this scenario. If it's not like any of the multitude of big targets with smaller camo targets, or lots of regrowths if you didn't have Heart of Oak, would be very, very worrisome. So yeah, you were definitely the damage dealer of the later rounds, but obviously we could not do it at all without the Superstorm. So thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of this video down in the comment sections below. You can't really do this with the other cross paths. Round 76 will kill you because of the lack of Hearts of Oak, and an earlier round will kill you because of the lack of decamo. So you're set in stone with this cross pathing, unfortunately. Whereas some other scenarios you could experiment with. So if you have a decamo option, you can forgo needing the spy plane on the plane, or the camo option on the sniper. But then again, A, it's not as versatile as the Ace, and B, you're going for shrapnel shot anyways for your sniper monkey, just to increase its versatility, however you want to call it. Versatility? I've forgotten how you call it now. You know which word. Thank you all so much for watching, everyone. Let me know what you thought of the video down in the comment sections below, and please be sure to use my creator support code whenever you're in the store. So that is Flare Balloons, like the channel name. Click enter, and then you'll get this tick by your side. But the most important thing to do is to put a content creator's code in here, so that part of the pie goes towards that respective creator. Maybe one day I'll actually like put a different content creator's code every now and then, just to support other creators out there. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care of yourselves, everybody.